Action.
Hello, everyone. This is I am Ping, and I'm Ping. My name is Ping. My English name is Ping. So anyway, and I am very excited today. I am very excited. This is why I stay here. I want to talk with you. I want to talk with you guys. So today I'm so lucky. I'm so happy. I have a best friend. Whose name is Kate. It's my sister, and as I will interview in my program 安平漫谈. So we want to discuss some significant things. Hello, my dear friends, Kate.
Hello, everyone. From the sign that you guys know that my Twitter's name is Wenke. Today, I finally deliver what I promised Anping Mantan to go on talk with her about 爆料革命, the exposed revolution. Thank you very much for inviting me here. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, I'm so surprised. As I understand you, my friends, you like to talk. I know. Every time I have to stop you. Please don't talk too much. But
Okay.
today's your time. I hope that you talk and your English is perfect. I hope to. Why? So the first I want to say that why today we are so exciting. Stay here, you and me. Could you can tell the people why?
You want me to talk about what we're going to talk about?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
As everybody knows, today is a very special day. It's a remarkable day because all our comrades were so excited that at the top of our proud comrades brand, Xiaotian,
Okay.
known as Jun and Bo Boshi, Dr. Bo,
Dr.
and
Bo.
Ellie was on the war room on the episode 127. They were bravo. They were excellent. It's the excellent example of all overseas real patriot Chinese. Wow.
So I think that most of people were surprised why and who they are. And anyway, I just want to say that I'm really how say I thinking about today April 18, right? Do you remember 3 years ago? 3 years ago, the April 19 was happened.
3 years ago, April the 19th, was the day we called shameless day, the darkest day
Yes,
of VOA.
I agree with you.
American.
Why?
If the same ever happened, that VOA in the middle of a promised 3 hours interview with Mr. Miles Guo, our hero, the most remarkable Chinese hero, who is stand up, use individual guts, challenge the CCP.
Yeah.
We all joined that day, and we saw that day what happened. We're going to talk about the details later on when we're going on talk about it, and why today it becomes Mark Day is we are taking this shame now turn to the bright day, which is today. Our people with Miles Guo together again on the media of the Western #1 anti-CCP media, hosted by Steve Bannon.
Yes, exactly. And in fact, what I feel is I mentioned 3 years ago, tomorrow, okay? Because today, when I listen to the Mr. the balance to talk with our people, my heart is touched. Why? Because through the 3 years, anything is changed. Are you agree with me? It's anything is changed, and I'm so happy. I watched the new generation Chinese people who stayed there, used the English, perfect English, discuss with the Western people. I'm just it's anything's changed from the day we mentioned the 3 years ago. What the big change during these 3 years? So what are you feeling?
Okay, first of all, I think the most remarkable is when Miss Miles Gore appeared. This is not the first time, but this time when he appeared on the War Room pandemic episode 126 from the 20 minutes, 22 minutes, and Miss Bannon started asking him for the questions. The first thing I realized that Mr. Miles Gore speaks almost the perfect business with the logic that no one doubted what he is trying to tell the world.
Yeah.
The lies about the CCP, which the whole world was doubting since a long time. Today, he is speaking out to see, I am telling you, this coronavirus is a biochemical, human-made weapon deliberately leaked by the Wuhan military laboratory controlled by the CCP. The purpose is to kill the people. Now they are leaking to the world purposely to maximize the transmission, so to kill more people, because they want to dominate the world, make pressure the United States to bend their knee. Koto, he used the word koto. Mrs. Bannon used the same word. That's the biggest thing I realized. I remarked that second, our comrades, they had such good courage to use English. Maybe it's the second, maybe it's the third language, to deliver their true voice from their heart, from their free speech gut. Tell the Western world, it's the time you open your eyes and you speak out, see the truth, that CCP is not the Chinese. CCP cannot represent the Chinese, and we do not want them to represent us. Thank you.
Okay, so in the past, I made said, and exactly the same feeling with you about with you, my dear sister. So in fact, in the past 3 years, I repeat 1,000 times in the Twitter, try my best told the people said exactly what you just said mentioned. It's big different. It's completely different between the CCP and Chinese people. And in fact, the Chinese people was controlled by a few powerful families who control the CCP, and they used 1.4 billion Chinese people as the slaves. And this is the truth. No people tell the truth. So, do you remember today, in Mr. Bannon said very surprised things. He mentioned, okay, he said, and the only issue in the war room, the Chinese people in here tell the truth, have opportunity to tell the truth. She mentioned, said, so many people, Western people listen to the CNN, a lot of such as CNN, the media, but then they cannot find the truth about the CCP. So what you think about this phenomena?
What I remarked, because from the interview that Mrs. Zeno asked our Xiaotian Zhanyou, called English name is Jun.
Yes,
And he said, that's quoting by his sentence, he said, not only that stretch out the propaganda, that's CCP, not only stretch the control media suppression in mainland China, they also stretch out their propaganda with the money to buy out the so-called mainstream media as CNN, as many fake news. So, which is the first time a Chinese person stood on the stand of Western media, naming the Western, they cooperated, they were bribed by the CCP, cooperate with the CCP to take the Western people's freedom of speech slowly away. That is the secret why the American, including President Donald Trump, called them fake news, because they were pressured and bought out by CCP, including VOA.
So
they also, taxpayers, government, American, Voice of America, now become voice of controlled by the CCP. Shame on VOA.
So
thank you.
You're welcome. You're most welcome. Anyway, I believe now we just the beginning to talk and try. And this is why I make this program in English. I try to build a bridge between the Chinese people and the other countries. Now, why we have to do this so? The reason is the Western people, they cannot listen to the truth about the China people and about the CCP. I can take an example. I try take an example. My husband is Canadian. It's proud of Newfoundland Canadian. So many times when we discuss some about the China, about the Chinese government, and he always said, okay, I live in China for 3 years. I feel the Chinese people so good. And no bad in the system, the government, they do a good job. Do you know? So I always ask him, said, what you get this idea? What your information get? And he, most of the time, every day, he listen to the news for 2 or 3 hours from the CCP, CBC, and the Western the medians getting the information. So let me say, as I understand, the why the Western the median, they cannot tell the truth, because if they to tell about the CCP, and they will lost whole of the Chinese business.
Okay. Let's first of all, I want to thank you for this excellent question, because fundamental reasons that Dr. Bo today in the interview, he already answered. He said, because if Chinese in mainland China speak out for the truth, their safety, their family safety will be jeopardized. They will be paid a heavy price if they want to speak out.
Yes.
That has been going on for more than 70 years. The history is repeated again.
Okay? Don't forget the reason. Sorry.
If you want me to explain, are you asking me the question how I think, how I feel? Excuse me, MP. Did you ask me what I think?
Yes, I asked. Yes, exactly. What do you want to talk? It's really good in here. I just want to addition information means the Chinese and the CCP is not only control the Chinese media, also the Western media a lot of, because the Western media, they cannot tell the truth too much, because if they tell some about the CCP bad things, they will lose the Chinese business.
Of course. Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you ask me this question, I'm telling you why Western world, the media, the mainstream media, so-called, in the last 5 to 15 years, they started to be lower their voice, talking about human rights issues in China, talk about stand up for supporting the Chinese issues that against the human right violation. One of the reason is for the economic reason. We talk about the CNN, the main media channel. The last 5 to 15 years, social media is taking over the market. So the mainstream media, if they want to survive, have enough viewers, audience, make enough money, they are struggling. They cannot maintain their viewers. So one of the reasons they have to survive is to get advertising partners. And Chinese CCP government use the companies such as Alibaba, Jack Ma's company, that Western people thought that is international, even American IPO, the public company. But this is the company who has to pay tons of millions, billions of dollars advertising money to the mainstream. So they are fed by the CCP, indirectly or directly. That's the reason. So they cannot against the CCP, because if they see something, they will take the advertising money away. So they will go out of the market. Thank you.
So, I want to tell every people, if you want to know is the truth about the Chinese people and the CCP, please to listen to the Mr. Banlong's War Room. Please join the Chinese our media is the media is JTV or Z News or Z Guo Media. So some people will to state very dute because they don't believe that. Any information they read from the CNN or New York Times or something like that. But I want to say, we just mentioned a case, and 3 years ago, the best we believe only the best the media, the voice of American, and the voice of American, they cut off the Mr. Miles Gore's speech. Is right?
Okay. So we come back for the subject that 3 years ago on April the 9th.
Yes. If people don't believe, we can to take this example. I hope that you can explain to everyone what's happened in the day. It's 3 years ago, not tomorrow.
Okay. To make the story short, that day, after many times preparation, the VOA was inviting Mr. Miles Gore for several times. Please get on to our program. We want to interview you. Finally, Mr. Gore agreed that the interview will have 3 years live, not recorded, not audited, not edited. He wants to be on real time, on air, speaking to the hundreds, thousands of people for the truth. And finally they agreed. They even announced, VOA announced ahead of time, coded by our great trio, 曲水台。他说，美国之音还打出广告视频，说郭文贵向美国之音承诺，他将带来核爆级别的爆料。没想到这个核爆级别的爆料，先把美国之音给吓瘫了。So to translate that, he was invited, guaranteed of 3 hours, no stop, no cutting, no auditing, but in the middle of the interview, for never happened in the American broadcasting history that he was cut off. The excuse is that the leaders ordered to stop because he was on the way mentioned the CCP second leader named Wang Qisan as the biggest mafia leaders have stolen tons of money out of China, bought tons of properties, and built up the Hai Hang's faked charity foundation. Basically, it's a family foundation. As soon as he mentioned this name, the VOA cut him off. That's the story. If I didn't give the whole story, could you please, Anping, to help me to make the story complete? Thank you.
I think we don't need because I the addition the international the news connect 那个就是那个网站，我把它复制在那个我们的节目下面。
Okay, voilà. So the link.
Yeah, the link about the news.
I sent to you. You can just put that also. Everybody can go there, review that day what happened.
Yes.
And why they cut it off. So I would like you all don't believe as coded as Mr. Guo Wengui said.
Yeah.
Don't believe my words. Verify them.
Yeah.
Don't believe our words. Verify them. Don't believe our words. Verify the fact, the truth by yourself. Dig out all the information available on the YouTube by G News. G like a God, news. Or G God TV.org. The good news that the word this G-way is a non-VPN needed. You don't have the firewall. You can just click and get in. Under the right side, there's a Chinese bar. You go down to English, you click, they're all on English. Welcome everybody to go there, telling the world the truth about your country. For example, Iran, Venezuela, all these countries, they are controlled as China. They have a firewall that the ordinary people have no right to speak out what's happening. Go there. Join us.
Thank you so much. You did a great job. I want to say at the end of our interview, we keep a question. We ask everyone ourselves, why the voice of the American cut off the Mr. Mark's Gore's speech? This is one question. And secondly, do you know the voice of American? It's seems like a God in Chinese people, in our heart, because we always believe this media. We always believe this media will keep the fair, the justice, and the help to support the human rights and support the speech freedom. But however these things happen, it's so darkness. So anyway, I just want to say something. Okay, I want you, my dear sister, would you want to say something for us at the end of our interview?
I promise this is the first show that I wouldn't talk endless. I just want to say, my dear family, friend in mainland China, I don't want to cry today because I'm so happy. Yeah. Second, to say, the freedom of speech, the freedom, never be afraid. When I was 16 in the university, I every day afraid because I cover under my blanket, listen the radio of Voice America. That was a dream of a free land. That was the dream seeded, planted long time. That was the motivation that after that I want to get out of China. Today, I want the Westerner, all of my Western friends, do not believe when you sit on the freedom, you sit on the democracy, you sit on the rule of law. They are forever staying. Someone, someday, like CCP, they are eating up inch by inch, violating your right take you right away. If you're not waking up, if you don't do something, your children, your grandchildren will risk to lose their freedom, to lose the ground democracy, or lose the rule of law in the coming time. So everyone, dig the truth, search for Miles School on YouTube, on Google, and searching the information, the truth about the coronavirus, about the CCP. Join us. Be the guardian. Be the patriot. We have to fight to keep the freedom, democracy, and rule of the law as the best gift, the most expensive asset for our children, for our grandchildren. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
It's great. And I want to say all of all, please, everyone, you don't need to believe me. You don't need to believe in my sister Kate. You don't need to believe anyone. You have to believe your eyes and you think, your logic and your common sense to look for the truth. To look for the truth. I want to additional information. In fact, honestly, I stay here. I'm scared. I'm afraid of my family who's in China. They will have trouble because I show my face and they know exactly what my family is in China. Okay, let me tell you something. In here, including in Mr. Banlong's war room, and Banlong can talk everyone face to face, but except Chinese guests, Chinese people. Why? Why? We can continue to talk next time in the program. Then ask to tell you why we cannot face to face to talk with you guys. Why? Okay? So today, thank you. It's a good day.
Bravo, 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 Anping. From June the 4th, the first time in 2019, when I hear you about your declaration letter, you read it.
你要早说嘛，我已经都
Until today,
stop
10 months later, today I did my homework. I watched that again. Last year is your English, and I watched your
文科姐
YouTube
我已经都关掉了，你要
on
早点
Christmas
讲。
Eve with your husband. I have to give you 10 out of 10 that your English is just as good as the big progress as Mr. Moscow. I am very proud of you. Wow. Thank you, my sister, and thank you everyone who listened to me. And I'm honored today to be interviewed by Anping Mantan. I am very happy as all of you. Let's go for a champagne. Let's go dance alone.
哎，文科姐，你讲了那么多好的话，我已经都停下来了，你才讲。
没关系，没关系，
你下午要记得讲。
没关系，没关系，因为咱没经验。
快把那个什么麦关了没有啊？别这一点话别让人家听见了，关了吧？
关了已经。
哦，关了哈。
关了，他等我，你关了就行了。现在你跟人家说休息，下面要做中文了吗？因为我啥都不能看啊，我这个时候根本不能看人说话，我一定要用我的逻辑，我什么都不能看，我只是 monitor。OK。所以
那个文迪姐怎么样？我这越来越紧张，有的话想的东西想讲就讲不出来，哎呀，太可怕了。
Tell you, your English 99.99% I hear well. The only 0.01 is because of the microphone move, so it's cut off a couple times. The rest I understand every word, even the words that was not perfectly pronounced, but I understand. Trust me, if I understand, everybody understands. Even if you understand, the braveness, the courage you're having is already shown. This is true 战友 of the courage.
It's the first time they can do this, I think.
Doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. I make